Welcome to episode 9, part 2 of the Awaken, Heal, and Thrive podcast. If you've already listened to part 1, which was a conceptual introduction to what I understand about unconditional love, then you already know what's coming. If not, if you've jumped right here, then this is a guided process from my Awakening Plus membership from November 2022, where we do a group process, lasts a little over an hour, where it's a deep immersion into unconditional love. And that might say, oh, unicorns and rainbows, let's dive in. However, as usually happens when I do an unconditional love immersion experience, the quote from Rumi comes to mind. I'm probably not getting the words exactly right, but he says something to the effect, seek not love, seek to remove the obstacles to love. So yes, by the end, we'll be getting into some pretty blissful states if you take the ride with us, but there will be some periods during this guided meditation, you may feel some heavy energy getting stirred up, and it will be uncomfortable. But if you just stay passive and let it flush out as I'll guide you, then you'll be able to clear out some of those things that are blocking your unconditional love. My understanding is the unconditional love is already there. There's already a part of you fully conscious as unconditional love waiting on your human part. And this process will help you clear some of the debris that's in the way of your deeper conscious experience of unconditional love from your human self. So if that sounds interesting, please do give this. If you choose to continue, I do ask that you give it your undivided attention. So if you can set aside a little more than an hour and just fully focus on this, then that will be the optimal way to experience this. So when you have an hour open, continue with this episode and dive in and see how far you get. Should be interesting and fun. And again, like I said, there will be some challenge, but if you stay with the process, chances are you'll be in a really beautiful, more unconditionally loving state by the time you're done. So if you're ready, let's go. Welcome to Awakening Plus. It's November 16, 2022. I'm Benjamin Bernstein with awakeningplus.com. And tonight we are doing Unconditional Love Immersion. We have 2 events each month that are free and open to anyone, and this is one of those. This is the one for the second half of the month. And actually, we just did a big member survey, and this was actually ranked as the overall favorite event of all the events that we do, and there's like over a dozen of them. So y'all came in on the hot one, so to speak. Welcome each and every one of you. Welcome to everyone who comes in after I finish saying the names, and welcome to everyone who's on the recording. Members have access to the archive of all these events, and this will be number 500 and something. We just passed 500 archived events recently. We had a big old celebration for that. So anyhow, let me now let y'all know what you're in for tonight. First, this event will probably take about an hour. Can't guarantee that because the duration is actually up to our divine allies more than it's up to me, but usually it takes an hour or so. And after I finish this little explanation, what I'll be doing at that point is I'm sitting in front of a shamanic mesa, and I'm going to call the directions in a language called Quechua. And then I'm going to take a moment and call in a bunch of allies. And they're from lots of different traditions and paths, but what they all have in common is they're all of high vibration and benevolent intent. They're all good guys and good beings. So even if you don't recognize them, I can assure you they're love and light beings. High vibration, benevolent intent, the whole thing. After they're all here, I'll call in a container. So all of us live or on the recording are in a safe container space, energetically. And then we'll leave a moment for y'all to call in additional allies that are love and light beings too. Once we have a fully charged container, I'm going to lead you in a little invocation for embodied awakening, where you just call your higher self to merge with you in your physical body to the greatest extent that serves highest good. And this sets us up for the main reason we're here, which is the unconditional love immersion. That's super simple. I've learned years ago that you simply invoke what you want. We're going to invoke the maximum unconditional love that serves highest good, and then we're going to relax and it's going to come. Now, you might think, oh, bliss, love, and light. And that may be your experience, but sometimes to get the deepest unconditional love, the allies have to clear stuff that's in the way of it. I believe there's a Rumi poem, and I might not be getting it word for word, but the gist of it is seek not love, seek to remove the obstacles to love. Because love's already there, full-blown, waiting on you. You could say the awakening's there, full-blown, waiting on you, same thing. Awakening really is unconditional love. So when we get into our deeper process, you might be all blissy and floaty, and you might feel some stuff getting stirred up inside you and flushed away. And the allies will be working each person individually. They're very good at customizing the work, and whatever you need to go deeper to unconditional love, you'll get. So I can't guarantee you, again, it'll all be unicorns and rainbows, but it will be what serves highest good. And it won't be too much, because one of the absolute guarantees of the work that I do is you'll never, ever get overwhelmed. The divine beings that are working with us simply won't allow that. So you're safe. So that's a pretty good overview in terms of once we get into the unconditional love immersion segment. I have no idea if I'll do music or not. Sometimes the allies nudge me to do a particular song, and if they do, I certainly will. I'm happy to sing. I'm also happy to not sing. I don't have any preference at all. So I will work as guided once we're into the process. And again, the whole thing should last roughly an hour. So that's your overview. And let's go ahead and dive in. So here's the requests I always make when we do energetic events like this one. I do request that you give us your full attention. Act like you're right here in the room with me and behave just like that. That means you're not texting, you're not doing other stuff. And this may seem like almost a rude request in this day and age, but the reason I make it is because we've learned through experience, if even one person is distracted or not doing their best, then it actually degrades the experience for everybody else. We co-create the field. There are no spectators here. We're all on the field co-creating the energetic field. This is equally applicable if you're on the recording too. So if you're here, I do ask that you just be fully present. And if you cannot be fully present, or something comes up, you just can't give us your full attention, then actually it's better to leave the call at that point. You can come back in when you're undistracted. But I do ask when you're here that you're really here. You'll have a better experience and you'll support everyone else better too. The other thing is, let's say you do have to go early. That's fine. But I do ask the allies to say, just ease me out of the field, nice and easy if you would, and that way your departure also won't ripple the field. So those are my requests. And that's all you have to know for now. Everything else I'll clue you in as we go. So relax and just take a moment and become aware of your body as it is. Just kind of feel your whole body at once energetically and just feel it. And if you also have any awareness of subtle energy in or around you, your aura or your vibe, tune into that too. Excuse me. And this is your baseline. We're not trying to change anything, but just noting where we're starting. And then later we might check in again and see, oh, has it changed? Good. Okay, now I'm going to now call the directions and call those wonderful allies I mentioned, all of them love and light beings. As I'm doing this, I'm going to invite you to stay really passive. So that means if you feel energy happening while I'm doing this, then just passively feel that energy. That's it. And if you don't feel that, then just feel your breath come and go on its own. Please, no breath control. Just let the breath do it at once. We're really big in Awakening Plus on super passive. The more passive your ego stays, the easier you make it for these beautiful divine beings to do stuff for you. If they see you trying to do it yourself, divine law actually requires them to back off and let you try. But I promise you, the stuff we do, they can do it for you better than your ego can do it for yourself. So please be passive and either feel energy if you feel it, or just feel breath otherwise. And here we go. Pachamama, Mama Kia, Wiracochan, Inti, Quichi. I am that I am. To ready myself, I call in my own embodied awakening, unconditional love, Christ consciousness, and service to other fourth density or higher consciousness. And now for all of us, We call Spirit Song's higher self, Ama, the hugging saint, Ayahuasca, Yahe, Daime, San Pedro, Magic Mushroom, Grandfather Tobacco, Quo, the Confederation of Planets in service to the Infinite Creator, Ama Bhagavan, Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Babaji, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, Yogananda. We call the remaining ascended masters whose presence serves highest good. Thank you. We call Archangel Raphael before us, Archangel Michael behind us, Archangel Uriel to our left, Archangel Gabriel to our right, Archangel Metatron in the center. We call all other angelic beings of high vibration and benevolent intent whose presence serves highest good. Angels and archangels, please bless and protect us. We call Ganesh, Shiva, Ram, Krishna, Shakti, Kali, Devi, Durga, Lakshmi. We call Sai Ma. We call our benevolent ancestors. We call our elemental allies. We call the following sacred mountain spirits: Apu Asangate, Apu Machu Picchu, Apu Mount Shasta, Apu Guardian Angel, Apu Dragon Mountain Gateway, Apu Shining Rock, Apu Mount Pisgah, Apu Mount Mitchell, Apu Grandfather Mountain. We call Phoenix, Dragon, Jaguar, Panther, Owl, Eagle, Condor, Hummingbird, Bear, Falcon, Fox. We call all other beings of high vibration and benevolent intent whose presence serves highest good. Please come. I am that I am. We are that we are. I am that I am. Let there be a membrane around this sacred space to hold in this good energy and to ensure that all that enters here is of high vibration and benevolent intent. So it is. There's our container. Good. So now, if you have any additional allies you would like to call into the field, whether you're live or on the recording, as long as they're of high vibration and benevolent intent, they are welcome here. So we'll leave just a moment for y'all to call in any additional beautiful allies of love and light. Please begin now if you'd like to do that. You're muted, nobody will hear you. So just Let it rip if you want to. The container we have will ensure that only allies of love and light will be admitted. So we're all in good shape here. There we go. Thanks very much, guys. And guys is a gender neutral term for me. People, folks, whatever. Okay, our field is set. It feels good. So now I'm going to guide you in this embodied awakening invocation that I mentioned. The idea here is that you have a higher self. It created your human self. It's always watching you, feeding energy, dropping intuitive hits, doing what it can for you. But it actually would love to come be with you to the greatest extent that serves your highest good. Never more than you can handle, but it would love to make you feel more wonderful. So this invocation does that. Just a little explanation. It's kind of like, think of your body as a car, and your ego, currently in the driver's seat perhaps, is going to move to the passenger seat, and then your higher self is going to get in and drive. But your ego is the boss, and the higher self only gets to stay with your ego's consent. If at any point your ego does not like the way your divine self is driving at any instant, just like that, ego's back in the driver's seat, divine self has stepped out, no fuss, no problem, and your ego's back in control. So if you want that, it's just instantaneous. Therefore, there's no risk, no danger. It's safe to try. And why would you want to do this? Because there's some pretty cool benefits to having your divine drive. They include, you'll have more harmony, flow, ease, and grace. Everything you're responsible for, you're going to do more responsibly and more joyfully. Instead of having to figure things out so much in your mind, you'll just know what to do through intuition much more. And there will be more euphoria through your whole body. So if that sounds like a good time, then I think you'll enjoy this invocation. This is an invocation I've been doing for over 11 years. It's worked for thousands of people. Chances are it'll work for you too. And I'll guide you through it step by step. It's so simple. Okay, so if you'd like to call your higher self in, you're about to speak 8 words to it to call it in. And we're about to say them. Say these words out loud if you can, silently if you must. Beginning now. Maximum embodied awakening that serves highest good, please. Now let the words go and become really just passive. Now it's like you are a sponge and your higher self is water. It's just going to soak right in. The sponge doesn't have to do anything. It's all automatic. So as you relax and be super passive, here are some tips that tend to make for an optimal experience. I recommend that you do not use any effort or willpower to try to make anything happen or stop anything from happening. I recommend that you do not deliberately visualize or imagine anything. Just be super passive. If you feel the energy in your body, then passively feel it, and that's it. If you do not feel that, no problem. Just feel your breath come and go on its own. So feel the energy if it's available to you to feel. Otherwise, just feel breath. Passive either way. What if you get distracted? As soon as you notice it's happening, you simply relax back into feeling energy or breath. And if that distraction is still there in the background, no problem. Let it do its thing in the background. Treat it as an uninvited guest. Do not engage with it in any way, which would only make it stronger. Let it do its thing. It's not you. You are just feeling energy or breath. Starting to feel pretty good around here. Y'all are doing a good job. I'm able to feel the overall vibe from the not only the live folks, but the ones on the recording later. And we're setting up a pretty sweet field. Thanks, everybody. And there's one other thing you can do if you're so inclined, if I haven't already filled your head with enough stuff to do. And that is to learn what's the least effort that lets you feel energy or breath. And the way to find out what that minimum effort is to first drop to 0. So at this moment, I invite you to relax 100%. Don't focus on anything, just exist. Go to nothing, just chill, and just be at 0 for a moment. Now, still at 0 effort, I'd like you to notice, do you feel energy or breath without even trying? Staying at 0, is there still any of that awareness? If there is, stay at 0. The less effort that gets you any awareness, the better. If 0 means you've lost it, then you want to add back just the bare minimum amount of effort to let you feel energy or breath again. So you might play that a little bit more, a little bit less, just kind of play with the amount of effort until you find it, okay, there's my sweet spot. There's the absolute least effort I need to feel that. And again, 0 is awesome if it's available. If not, use the least effort that lets you feel that. And I'll give you a moment to play with that effort level if you need to. So in summary, you're very passive. You're feeling energy if that's available to you. If not, you're feeling breath come and go on its own. If you get distracted, you just relax back into feeling energy or breath. And you're using the absolute minimum effort required to feel this, and that might even be no effort at all. And the awakening vibe is getting stronger by the second here. How will you know once you do get to embodied awakening? Well, actually, it's a checklist. There's 4 items on it, and if you meet them all, you're there. Here's the checklist. When you can say yes to this question, you're there. Is all the following true? No mental chatter, no challenging emotion, peaceful, and completely effortless. Again, no challenging emotion, no mental chatter, peaceful, and effortless. If what I'm feeling is an indicator, most of y'all are there. Well done. So if you're in that state, please just relax there. You holding the state live or on the recording will make it easier for everybody else. We all come together in this magical zone in the Akashic Records, beyond time and space, and we help each other out. Boy, that's a sweet field. Y'all are so good. Even you new folks are doing a great job here. So we're going to now move on to the unconditional love part of it. And regardless of how deeply you're in embodied awakening, you're welcome to continue with us. You just do the best you can and get as deep as you can. And I promise you'll almost certainly go deeper from here. So I'm going to give a chat to our allies and let them know we're ready. Allies, we're ready. We now request your support to help each of us go as deeply into unconditional love as possible in a way that serves the highest good of each person who's in this process, live or on the recording. Thank you, allies. They're ready. They're just waiting for us to invoke it. And we're going to do a custom invocation for unconditional love. It's going to be 8 words. It's super simple. Again, if you're ready to have that unconditional love experience, Again, remembering it might just be unicorns and rainbows. It might be challenging stuff coming up to be cleared so you can get rid of the stuff that's in the way of the unconditional love. I invite you to have no preference either way. Then if you're ready, let's do this. I invite you to repeat after me now. Maximum unconditional love that serves highest good, please. And let the words go. Now you relax. From here on, I can promise you will get your best result by staying as passive as possible. So if you can feel energy moving in your field, stay 100% passive and just let stuff happen. These beautiful allies, whether you're live or on the recording, are with you right now, and they are working with you. And the more passive your ego stays, the more they can do for you. So stay fully passive, whether it's just blissful or challenging or some of both. Just be with the process. From here on, when I speak, I'll be narrating my experience, which will be what most people are experiencing, but your experience might be different. And if so, please just relax into whatever your experience is. Please do not try to match what I am describing. Be with what is happening for you, because that is perfect. Again, there is zero danger of overwhelm. The allies will not allow that. And if it does get challenging, it will not be too much. If you just relax into feeling the challenge without resisting it, that will let that heavy stuff clear. And I promise you'll feel a lot better once it processes through. And they're calling for a song already. So I'm going to grab my guitar. I'm now going to mute my mic, and I'll turn it back on once I am tuned up. So just stay with your post invocation process. Just be with the energy you're feeling, or be with the breath coming and going. And I'll be right back with this song they're calling for. So in this context, music is not for entertainment. It is to move energy. You might or might not like the sounds, but they're working to help you. So I invite you to relax and just let the music be part of the experience. Keep your attention in your own field, feeling energy or breath. I encourage you to keep your eyes closed. Nothing to see here. Just listen to the sound and be with your process. In this moment, In this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I turn inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love, there is only love, there is only love. Please relax into passivity. If you feel energy in your body, just feel that. If you don't, just feel your breath come and go. If you're feeling yourself more as a being of energy, whether you're in your body or not, just feel whatever you're feeling. So I'm now getting some strong healing energy coming through. My body's physically shaking, and you are welcome if your body wants to shake or vibrate or tremble. That's fine. If you are called to cry or make sound, vocalize, again, you're muted. No one on this call is going to hear you. Let it rip if it wants to rip. If your body wants to move around, move around. Just go as you're inspired. As long as no one gets hurt, it's all good. No one on this call is going to see you or hear you. So do whatever you're called to do. It might also be that you are just going to be still and silent. That's fine too. So I'm feeling some heavy energy getting stirred up and starting to flush out my hands, and mostly my hands, a little bit out my feet. So it looks like the allies are thinking, you know, these people want some unconditional love, and there's this heavy stuff in the way of that. So let's get that out of the way so they can feel that love more easily. Once again, I remind you, nobody's going to get overwhelmed here. It might get intense. It will never be too much. I invite you to relax fully into whatever the experience is, however blissful or challenging it may be. Again, the allies are watching you very carefully, and they're giving you exactly the experience that will serve your highest good to maximize the amount of unconditional love you can experience. I invite you to release any preference about whether your experience at any moment on this call is more blissful or more challenging. Just I invite you to be with what is actually happening with no resistance. A beautiful energy is moving through us now. Just relax and let that help you out in whatever way it's choosing to. All this energy is very intelligent. It knows exactly what you need, probably better than your human self does. So trust its intelligence and let it do its work. Once again, we're in a field entirely populated by energies of high vibration and benevolent intent. So you are safe. If you're feeling something uncomfortable, it's probably because it was already there. And this energy is encouraging it to leave or transmute to love and light. The allies are calling for another song. This one's Voice and Rattle. And this is a song that encourages the movement of energy in a sort of insistent way. It's a simple little song that repeats quickly, and let's just do this one for as long as they call for it. And again, just relax, be passive, feel energy if you can, feel breath if you can't. And just let this energy, once again, this isn't about whether you enjoy the music, it's about relaxing, letting the energy work its energetic effects. Chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 chittick, 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 sonango, 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 Chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 chirik 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 sanango 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 That was an ayahuasca ceremony song, and they're calling another one right behind it. Take a moment first, though. Feel how you feel. You feel different than when we started? Feel a little bit more like energy, a little less like solid matter, perhaps? So that song stirred stuff up. This one can elevate. So relax and be with the music. Just notice how you feel and see where this one takes you. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Ayahuasca suma kunairiri, mantai kunai kayari, shamu yari. Ayahuasca suma kunairiri, mantai kunai kayari, shamu yari. Apenas sale la aurora,
en las montañas se oyen cantar. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Chakrunita sumakunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri diri. Chakrunita sumakunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya ri. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Maestros, maestros, suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Maestros, maestros, suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Appalachian suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Appalachian suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Dragon, dragon, suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Dragon, dragon, suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Apenas sale la aurora, en las montañas se oyen cantar. Otorango suma kunai diri, mantai kunai kayari, shamuya diri. Otorango sumakunai diri. Mantai kunai kayari. Shamuya diri diri. Appena sale la aurora en las montañas se oían cantar. Apenas sale la aurora en las montañas se oían cantar. Familia sumakunai diri. Mantai kunai kayari. Shamuya diri. Familia sumakunai diri. Mantai kunai kayari. Shamuya diri. Shamuya diri. Shamuya
Once again, I invite you to tune in. How do you feel right now? How much do you feel like energy? How much like flesh? All of us are beautifully blended together on an energetic level. If you're aware of that consciously, you know it already. If not, it's okay. Do this kind of stuff enough, you'll gain that awareness as well. Let's just rest for a moment in this beautiful blended state, or whatever state you're in. So let's just be for a moment. One of the qualities of unconditional love is unconditional acceptance of what is. So for just a moment, I invite you to be perfectly okay with whatever your experience is right now. Just completely accept it the best you can. And your best effort is good enough. The allies and I unconditionally accept whatever you're doing. And now the integration back into physical form is beginning. You may notice it. So whatever else you've been aware of beyond your body, those beautiful energetic states, is now being suffused into your body, into the cells, into the DNA, into all that you are. And if you've been out of body to any degree, you may notice you're becoming more conscious of your physical body again. And the allies are just bringing into your physical form as much of this higher energy as serves your highest good right now. They're bringing you as much awakening, as much unconditional love as you can hold. So I invite you to just be passive and just feel that happening the best you can. And I invite your ego to just relax and let the allies do it for you. Again, they're better at this sort of thing than any ego on the planet. Just relax and let them help you out. Okay, I'm feeling pretty present. I feel really different than when we started. Hope you do too. And the elder's saying, pretty close to done, but we're going to do one last little thing before we close the circle. And that is, we're going to ask the allies to broadcast this good medicine that we've made out to all beings who will benefit from it. And when we do this, we don't lose anything ourselves. In fact, we gain, because this energy literally has an infinite supply. The more we give, the more we get. So just observe passively what happens as we do this, and you'll feel what I'm talking about. Allies, please share this good medicine with all other beings who will benefit from it. And please begin that sharing now to the greatest extent that serves highest good. Thank you. And as we humans just relax and do nothing, the allies spread the goodness around the universe, sending this beautiful energy we've generated and spreading it around, sharing it with those who will be helped by it. And we humans will just relax for a moment and let the allies do this beautiful service. I'm noticing I'm getting even more blissful because of what's happening. And they're done. Thank you, allies. Allies, anything further for highest good before we close the circle? They're saying, no, we're good. All right, thank you so much. So you humans, I invite you just to relax while I take just a moment to wrap up the work here. Pachamama Mama Kia Virakocha Inti Kuichi. Thank you, allies, for this beautiful work. So grateful for you. Thank you so much for your help. As we close, allies, go if you must, stay if you will. Please remain with each person who's been part of this for as long as it serves their highest good. Thank you so much, allies. Where would you have us go? What would you have us do? What would you have us communicate? And to whom? And that closes the container. If you're not a member of Awakening Plus, we invite you to check us out. This is just a taste of the good stuff we do. We do like 11 events a month. Only 2 are open to the public. And we have great courses in there, all kinds of amazing stuff, and it just gets better all the time. And there's over 500 archived events in there, every one of which can give you a profound experience of transformation, healing, awakening, whatever. You can check it out by going to awakeningplus.com. That's awakeningplus.com. And there's full information there to learn more about it. And most people will say, oh, I'll try it for $1 for 30 days and see what I think. So that offer is available to you if you want to give that a shot. All right. So, whoa, I'm really altered. As always, I'm grateful to everyone who's been here. I'm grateful to the regulars. We have a lot of Awakening Plus members who were here for most of our calls, and we do a bunch of them. And they kind of form the core team, and it's all of us together that make this amazing core vibration, along with, of course, our divine allies. And then when we got a bunch of new folks here tonight, and you all bring your beautiful energy too, and the mixture when we do one of our public events, we usually get double the amount of people on these that we do when it's just a members only, and it's just so sweet. So everyone here tonight together was just so lovely to feel all the combined energies. So grateful once again to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And if you're listening on the podcast, thanks for staying with us and being willing to do this experiential event instead of listening to people talk. Grateful to everybody, and thanks everyone all around. Okay, I can only say thank you so many times. I think I'm overdoing it. Anyhow, thank you one last time. Many blessings to you all, and good night. All righty. Thanks for taking it all the way through. You hopefully now are in a deeper state of unconditional love than when you started, or at least a nice altered state of some kind. Most people are when they do an Awakening Plus process like that. As I said in the video, if you want to learn more about Awakening Plus, just go to awakeningplus.com and you can learn all about the membership there and give it a trial run if you want to check it out. And that will end this episode of Awaken, Heal, and Thrive. Thanks so much for joining us for our first borrowed archive event from the Awakening Plus membership as part of this podcast. Many blessings to you. If you enjoyed this podcast, you might also like my free online mini course. It's called Instant Divine Assistance, your free guide to fast and easy awakening and healing. It'll teach you how to invoke your own embodied awakening and healing and put it all into a simple daily practice. You can also check out my best-selling book that develops these ideas further. It's also called Instant Divine Assistance. In its first week, it hit #1 on Amazon in 11 categories and has tons of 5-star reviews. Finally, I have an online membership called Awakening Plus, where you can significantly speed up your spiritual evolution. Its slogan is also the name of this podcast, Awaken, Heal, and Thrive. You'll find links to all this wonderful stuff in the show notes.